Hello guys, it is Puka here, and today I'm gonna be making a short series of episodes for the Firebrand builds. They're gonna be a total of 3 episodes. I'm generally gonna be explaining how the build works, how the trait works, how the gear gonna be going. I'm not gonna be going in depth how the weapons and skills should be used, because they more likely depend how the fight is going through. So pretty much the rotation is gonna be different each time. Opening damage is gonna be different, sustain gonna be different, cleansing gonna be custom at different time. So I'm pretty much gonna be going through the general stuff. First, I'm gonna be talking about the hybrid firebrand, then I'm gonna go through the bunker firebrand, and then I'm gonna have another cut that I'm gonna be for the Dragon Hunter build. Sorry. So let's get it started. First, let's have a look into the hybrid build. We're gonna go through the equipment, and we're pretty much gonna be going through all the traits and skills, and I'm gonna do a short explanation of what you should expect on these. Okay, first, let's have a look into the equipment as we said. Now, about the gear, pretty much full Crusader almost, with a Wanderer top item. You would ask why you go for Crusader, why you doesn't go for Marauder. First, I do not need that much of precision. Second, I need toughness. And third, I need slightly healing in order to maintain my healing when I manage to cut off from the bunker firebrand. About the runes, pretty much go for durability. You want to be maximizing the protection and the resistance in general. Resistance not gonna be that efficient, but mainly because of the protections. Weapon, pretty much a sword and weapon Valkyrie. Not gonna be using Sigil of Force, but the sword goes for the corruption and the hammer goes for the air. I'm gonna do a short explanation later why these sigils are going in that way. Now let's have a look into the trinkets. You go for a couple soldiers, power, toughness, vitality. You go for Valkyrie ring, which is power, vitality, ferocity. Then you go mixture between a cleric, maximizing your healing ability. Then you go for power, toughness, ferocity on the back item and one of the earrings, which is cavalier status. This is pretty much the build maximizes your vitality, power, toughness, ferocity, and improves slightly your healing abilities. The reason why is that healing gonna be keeping you quite alive, because you're using quite weak skill for healing, which is called a mantra of solace, which is the firebrand skill itself. 1.4k healing per cast, not a good option, but traded you're gonna be having like 2k healing each time you cast it, so this is one of the reasons that you're gonna be using the healing power improved. Now let's go through the trades. Trades, Radiance, this is your offensive trade line and can pull insane amount of damage, insane amount of ferocity, improved retaliation, because your build gonna be slightly, no, it will be absolutely dependent on the retaliation to pull out the damage properly. Honor, pretty much you go for this trait to maximize your cleansing with the shouts, get the cooldown even lower, and to improve slightly the enemy healing, then boost your endurance and dodge on a healing. About the firebrand, pretty much you want to be using the firebrand because of the cleansing, slightly quickness improvement, and because of a reduction over your turns. Okay, so let's get a bit more in depth over the traits. Radiance, as I said, you're gonna be maintaining your damage, right? Absolutely agree with that. Also, there is something hidden in this build that people usually do not understand about it. First, renewed justice. Each time you kill somebody or something, your F1 tomes run out of cooldown, recharges entirely, but the skills inside not gonna be recharged. So if you kill somebody, it just recharges the F1. So which means if you pop your symbol, you do the spinning, and during that time your Tome of Justice recharges. As you do 5 attacks, you're gonna trigger again the burning from this skill. But if you open that skill, if you have used them before that, you should wait little in order to use these skills again. So mainly this gonna be focused over the passive skill about this trait. About the Justice of Blind, well, each time you equip or unequip your Tome of Justice, you're gonna be having Light Aura for condition damage reduction, which is gonna be quite effective if you're running on a cooldown of your cleansing skills. About the Radiant Power, very efficient trait combined with the Renewal Justice, especially when you have burning through your enemy, because this is gonna be improving your critical chance by 10% if the enemy is burning. Very efficient trait, especially when you have, let's say, 3, 6 firebrands in your party, and other classes do cast burning, so very efficient trait. Okay, let's have look into the Radiant trade lines. You want to go for Healer's Retribution. Every second heal gonna give you bonus retaliation. Retaliation, as I said earlier, it is the most important thing in that build. Without it, this build not gonna be that efficient into damage. So here is the deal. Every second time you use a skill, you get the retaliation buff. Pretty good, right? Now, let's have a look into the Retribution. Absolutely overpowered trait. As you have your retaliation up, you automatically gain 10% damage bonus and 250 ferocity, which increases your critical rate. And in the end, you have Righteous Instinct, which each time you have retaliation up, every single second you gain bonus might, and combined with this you also gain additional 50% critical chance. So I cast retaliation, I automatically go to 56% critical chance. If my enemy is burning, I do go to 66% critical chance. As I cast my elite skill to get the fury going up, I'm insanely going to about 86, 76, 86 critical chance, which can be quite overpowered. This depends, does the enemy have the burning condition? 86 if the enemy is burning, 76 if the enemy is not burning. And as you saw, I automatically jumped to 201% ferocity, which is very well for a slightly hybrid supported build. Now let's have a look into the other trade lines. The key traits in this build are pretty much the Pure of Heart and the Pure of Voice. Pure of Heart because you can have quite formidable edges from your healing skill. As you go into Tome of Courage, as you cast it, you get edges. You have couple skills inside this tome that get edges, which are quite formidable. Along with this tome, you have additional protection for damage reduction, which is very well. Anyways, about the other traits in this build, they're not that essential, but they're very well supported. Because Pure of Body, it's gonna give you passive endurance regeneration from your F2 tome. The Selfless Daring, which each time you do a dodge roll while in combat, it will heal yourself and 5 targets around you for 414. Combined with your food, and if you also combine it with the F2 tome Eternal Oasis, this healing gonna be improved by a 20% efficiency, so I'm gonna be healing 20% more, which is gonna be way better. Along with that, as you have the quickness, you're also gonna be having additional healing power from the Imbued Haste, which gonna improve this trait even more and gonna become even more efficient along with the pure of heart. And about vigorous precision, it's not as much of an essential trait because you're gonna have it almost permanently if you maintain your retaliation properly, but still gonna be 65 endurance regeneration, gonna be quite well. And about lesser shield absorption, mm, this trait is not very much of a use, but you should not be taking lesser symbol of protection. This trait is literally not efficient if you do not use Wreaths of Presence, because it is it lasts only 2 seconds, doesn't have good damage, the protection from it is not very well, even though that it targets 5%. 5 players, not 5%, sorry. So it is better to go for the lesser shield absorption, reviving skill, reviving speed, sorry, edges as you revive your target, protection as you revive, regeneration as you revive. About the invigorated bulk part, still not gonna be efficient for you. You're not a healer to go for the outgoing healing effectiveness, neither you're using amazing or offhand. Still, gonna be better to revive Ali faster than just aiming for the outgoing effectiveness, because the only heals that you have is your Tome of Resolve and your healing ability. Still, as I said, not efficient, not efficient. Gotta repeat it so you're gonna remember that. And the final one, which is the most important in that build, Firebrand. You would say, wait, where are the futures? You don't need them. You just simply use your tomes as intended. F2, F3 are essential support. You should just pay attention when you have to use them. You don't spam these skills, you just should be paying attention on the fight, and you pretty much go aggressive Tome of Justice as much as you can, combined with your another skills. About the traits in this line, each time you equip a tome, you're gonna be having additional quickness. The first round pretty much unlocks only the tomes, so not much to speak about it. The second one, as I said, each time you equip tome, you wait 8 seconds, and unequipped tome, you're again gonna be getting that quickness from that trait. Then you having the imbued haste. The more quickness you have, the better. You're mainly gonna be aiming to have quickness almost all the time, along with retaliation. These are the two essential traits about this build. Retaliation to pull insane amount of damage, and quickness in order to cast skills faster and to have the benefits for the condition damage from imbued haste. Healing power gonna slightly improve your healing abilities, even though that you do not use any, almost any. And toughness gonna make you slightly harder as you run into fight, but still not gonna be that efficient because your food is you're using oysters with spicy sauce, which gain you 10% damage reduction and 70 condition damage. About your food, pretty much a magnamus sharpening stones, which provide you power based on the toughness and vitality. Along the other traits, additional pages for your virtues, so instead of each tome having 5 casts, you're gonna increase them to 8 casts. You can consider going for the Liberator's Vow, but I don't really suggest going for this one, especially if you're outnumbered and you cannot have many kills into a fight. Because if you have it, yes, you can slightly more maximize your quickness, but your damage and your sustain will fall insanely. So 40% sustain and damage only for a couple seconds of quickness. I don't find it worth it. About these traits, you should keep it over the legendary lore. The reason for that, as you go for your F1 tome, it gonna improve your burning duration. So this is very essential to keep your hybrid damage up. Condition duration, along with the full stacks of might, combined with the Sigil of Corruption, you're gonna be literally stuck without any gear for condition damage up to 1300 condition damage coming from buffs only, which is very core. About the weighted terms can be quite useful if you pretty much want to go for faster edges, but still, if you go for the legendary lore, you're still gonna be way more efficient in defense instead of going for the weighty terms. About the Star speed, absolutely not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Each heal grants you 2 seconds of quickness, and you're sacrificing like 30 seconds of protection, 50 seconds of regeneration, and 20% burning duration. These two cannot cover your build that much, so just stick to legendary lore. About the lore master, it is mandatory. The faster your F2, F3 recharges, the better your sustain gonna be, even if you manage to get away from your main bunker Firebrand. So pretty much this is how the trade works. Insanely damage offensive trade, Radiance. Then you go for slightly support from your honor, not that much, but again cleanses and support. Firebrand pretty much goes for the damage and slightly more sustain. As you go for the skills, you keep your healing with your edges and your F's, your edges, not F's. Feel My Rod maximizes your quickness, your fury, in general your damage. Insane Cleansing, Mantra of Lore, and Hold the Line keeps you alive as your protection got stripped if you're alone. About how you maintain your retaliation, you pretty much make sure you pull the enemies. You should be very cautious with the Signet of Retaliation because it's not improved. As you see, it doesn't provide much of a retaliation, right? Well, there are a few hidden secrets behind this. You use your healing ability, then you go for this skill, stand your ground, then you go for the Feel My Rod, before that you leap, then you go for the Feel My Rod, and then you spin. And as you can see, I already have roughly 10-15 seconds of retaliation. Combined with your party, your retaliation not gonna be going quite nuts. It's gonna be very well depending how your Chronomancer and Second Guardians are going. About the hammer, you pretty much just go for the second and third skill mainly. The second one is very short cooldown, can pull quite decent damage. Third one, if you want to immobile enemy, very efficient. You go for the banish only when it's necessary to pull away somebody away when they are trying to revive it, so you don't get a animation locked when you're trying to stomp somebody. Normally you use the Ring of Warding to break the stability of your enemies. It is very efficient skill. If you manage to use it on time, it is very efficient for Stonebreaker because enemies can break up to 4 stacks of stability in a couple of seconds. And about the first skill of the hammer, you usually use it when the enemies are pushing on you, because if you just use it first, second, the third time, you're gonna drop a symbol on the ground like that, and it can be very frustrating if you have a symbol of light, a combo field of light instead a combo field of water on the ground. So pretty much this is the build. If you have any issues, just whisper me. Gonna be pretty much explaining them. If you have any questions why you should not be taking any of the other trades that I did not spoken to, whisper me again in game. I'm gonna be doing a more detailed explanation. In general, if you have any problems, issues, questions, suggestions, anything like that, just poke me in game. We're gonna discuss them as long as you have the time and will to do that, and pretty much not gonna be. So thanks for watching, guys, and See you in a while with the next video. Ciao.